This is the Blazing Eagle Ranch collection, a steamy Western romance series which includes Back in the Saddle, Knocking the Boots, and Roping a Cowboy. Written by Peyton Banks, performed by Tim Paige, Stella Hunter, Jair Bush, and Gillian Williams.
Back in the Saddle, written by Peyton Banks, narrated by Tim Paige and Stella Hunter.
Chapter 1. Are we there yet? Tyler King, you just asked me that 2 minutes ago, Maddie responded firmly. She had to put a little more emphasis on her words to let her 9-year-old son know she meant business. I know, but you said not yet, so I didn't know when we'd be here, Tyler replied. Smart ass. She guided her car down the road to her mother's home. Finally, the house she'd grown up in came into view. She turned into the driveway and parked behind her mother's vehicle. We are officially here. She glanced into the rearview mirror and stuck her tongue out at him. He giggled and reached for his bag. Her son was the apple of her eye. Just the sight of him had her smiling. She could never stay mad at him for long. With his infectious grin, steel-gray eyes, and his faithful Stetson on his head, her heart melted instantly. She couldn't separate Tyler from that hat. It had seen better days. He was infatuated with cowboys, and on a whim 2 years ago, she'd purchased the hat. Not a day went by that it wasn't perched on his head. When he'd first gotten it, it was big, but he'd grown into it. Maddie focused her attention on the house and sighed. She couldn't believe she had moved back to Shady Springs, Colorado. 2 weeks ago, she and her young boy had packed up their apartment in Colorado Springs and relocated to her hometown. It had been one of the hardest decisions she had ever made in her life. She had tried to make a decent life for them in the city. A single mother could only do what she could do, and the decision to move back to Shady Springs was what was best for them. With rising costs of living in the city not being met by her salary, the choice was solid. Maddie had feared Tyler wouldn't do well with the move. He was leaving all his friends at school and their old neighborhood behind. She tried to prepare him as best as she could. Visiting her mother was different than permanently living here. But Tyler had surprised her. The minute he'd...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?